Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 3rd of June 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Bosch Tarot again for today's reading. And this is the second time I'm using these cards. I got this deck yesterday, and I was actually quite surprised by how many of you guys know this artist. Someone in the comments even mentioned that they're getting one of the cards or images as a tattoo. So he seems to be really popular. Okay, so let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look. First, we've got Judgment, the Emperor, and the Star. Oh, that's really beautiful. I love that. Okay, so we've got three major arcana cards, so it's a big day, big themes. The Judgment card is a card that shows the angels blowing their trumpets and urging you to come back to life, to kind of pursue your real purpose. Interestingly, here we've got figures that aren't just awakening and saying, hooray, the angels are here. Some of them are actually frightened. Some of them don't want to hear it. Other people are helping and supporting other people. And one person here is actually willing and receptive. So it's interesting because the Judgment card says that some sort of spiritual message comes in loudly and clearly, and it urges you to get back on track and to really become the person that you are. And usually it's just shown as people awakening and heeding this call and saying, all right, let me listen to the angels and go for it. But this is much more nuanced, I would say, because sometimes we do get messages and we do get guidance and we don't want to hear it. Sometimes we're not ready, and sometimes it feels really frightening and it's like, oh no, I don't want to hear this. I'll listen to it maybe in a few months or a year. If you are ready, then great. You can kind of arise and do something with it. And you can even help other people, I suppose. So it kind of shows the human experience in a much more accurate way, because we're not robots, you know. Some of us are at different stages of development, and our guides, our angels, the ancestors, they work with us and give us consistent messages. And it's consistent and repetitive because they take into account that sometimes we're not ready to hear certain things. Like if you have been looking for the right job and you're just trying to make it happen on your own, and the jobs just haven't worked out and things in fact are getting worse and worse and worse, then you may still feel like you can do it on your own and you don't want to listen to anyone else and you're going to power on through. And with that example, maybe it takes a moment of surrender where it's like, do you know what, I've been trying this for 10 years and things haven't worked. Maybe I'll listen to something else, even if it is scary. And no one can tell you if it's going to take 1 month or 5 years or 10 years to get the message. When it's right, it's right. And the cards are saying here, we have this opportunity to hear what the universe's will is and how you can live your life purpose and maximize your potential and be on the right path. Because the whole point of these readings is to tap into the energy and to see what is working in your favor. And when you align yourself with your true life purpose, when you stop kind of struggling and deciding, you know, this is what I want in life and this is what I'm gonna make this happen. And when you get to a point where you just kind of realize that there is something laid out for you and you try and align yourself with that, then it's much easier because it's like riding a wave. Imagine having these two as your support system. You'd go a lot further than hanging out down here. So it really makes a big difference. Don't force yourself and don't try and say, oh, I should be ready and why am I not on track yet? If you can hear the guidance and it gives you a sense of optimism and maybe a little bit of nervousness because it's the unknown, but you feel like there's something bigger at work urging you to move ahead in a particular area of your life, and whether it's love or work or health or education or travel, it doesn't really matter what area it's in. It's just a certainty that arises. If that arises today, then really take it seriously and do something with it, because it will lead to the Emperor card. And the Emperor is someone who's safe and secure. He's in charge. He's living a good life. He's able to support and help himself and to help other people. So by taking this risk, this leap of faith, you're really going to end up in a good position. And ultimately, it leads to the Star card, which is about letting go of the negative, getting and to let go. You first need to kind of get vulnerable and to say, do you know what? I've tried these things. They haven't worked out. Is there a better way? Is there something else that could support and guide me? And it's interesting that these two cards are here because this little bubble is like a supportive shield of the universe. And that's kind of what these two do. If you go with their trumpet song and you follow the instructions of what they're telling you, they're going to make sure that you are safe and secure and that stars and meteors don't fall on your head and that you actually can be authentic and you have the space to be vulnerable and listen to your own guidance, to actually do it, and then to let your light shine. And that in turn allows you to get back into a position of security where you're doing your best, you've maximized your potential, and you're on track with no real risk of the sky falling down on your head. So this is a day where you can really turn things around. If you feel like things have gone off the rails and you've ended up in a situation that you never planned or wanted, or that feels completely alien to you, and fundamentally you just sense that there's something not right about this. I need to keep going. I need to keep listening to what I'm supposed to do. Well, if it doesn't sit right with you, then you're already listening to this, because that's the way usually your guides and your ancestors and the higher beings communicate with you, is through your feelings. Unless you're kind of clairvoyant or claircognizant or all the other kind of words that you have for the ways we receive messages. Some people see images, other people just know things. Most of us feel things. You can hear things, you can smell things. I mean, whichever way the message can get through, just try and be open and receptive in all different ways. And like I said, if it doesn't feel right, then you're already being honest with yourself and you already have got authentic. Like, hang on, I need to create some distance between me and this situation because there's something that's off. If it does feel off, keep listening. Be willing to adapt things and to change your circumstances, and to ultimately the only thing you have to do to access this message today is to be honest with yourself and not to kid yourself and to rationalize and to say, well, I don't really hate this, I just think I do. Be truthful with what's going on for you, then that will lead you into a position where you can be comfortable and secure and happy with your circumstances. So it's kind of like having the opportunity to change the direction you're going in, to change course, and to tweak things so that you do end up in the place that you want to be. Number-wise, we've got 17 and 20 is 37, and 4 is 41. 4 and 1 is 5, and 5 is freedom in numerology. And that makes sense because when you listen to the messages of your higher self, they will always lead to freedom and a sense of purpose, and like things are going the right way and they do sit right with you because they see the bigger picture. And if you align yourself with this, then it does become much easier and you don't have to struggle so much and kind of have to try and figure it out by yourself. So have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on the Book Your Readings button to order your reading with me. If you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.